blast. Now the doctors are forced to amputate his hand in darkness. Seated in a dark hallway in the hospital with her daughter, the two console each other waiting for his surgery to end. Russia disconnected the water and power lines when they retreated from Kherson 2 weeks ago. And now, it's a massive task for the doctors to operate in darkness, especially as the attacks are increasing.
Just days after Donald Trump announced his candidature for the US presidency in 2024, Kamala Harris has now said that she will be on the ticket if Joe Biden decides to run in 2024 again.
Well, as the president said, he intends to run, and if he does, I will be running with him. And I have no doubt about the strength of the work that we have done over these past 2 years.
Rescuers are battling dozens of aftershocks in Indonesia's West Java region as the search for survivors reaches its third day now.
The death toll in Indonesian earthquake has risen to 268. The residents are still trying to retrieve their priceless belongings which got buried after the earthquake. On Monday, the buildings crumbled on Indonesia's main Java island after a powerful 5.6 magnitude earthquake. According to Indonesia's National Agency for Disaster Management, over 1,000 people are injured and more than 151 people are still missing. After the earthquake, nearly 22,000 homes were destroyed and now over 58,000 people are displaced. President Joko Widodo has announced a compensation of up to $3,200 each for owners of heavily damaged homes.
Protests have erupted at the world's biggest iPhone factory in the Chinese city of Zhengzhou. Videos show hundreds of workers marching, some of them confronted by people in hazmat suits and riot police. In its statement, the firm said that some workers had doubts about the pay, but that the firm would fulfill pay based on contracts. After Colorado, another shooting has taken place in the United States, this time at a Walmart in Virginia.
At least 6 people were killed at a shooting at a Walmart store in Virginia on Tuesday night. It's being believed the shooter was an employee or former employee of the store who opened fire on other employees in a break room. The shooter was later shot dead by officials. Chesapeake Police tweeted that a family reunification site has been set up at the conference center, which was only for immediate family members or the emergency contacts of those who may have been in the building.
The German national team protested against FIFA just before their game against Japan. The German team covered their mouths in a team photograph after the One Love armband was banned by FIFA. Even German Minister Nancy Faeser wore the armband and sat right next to FIFA President Gianni Infantino. That's a wrap. News Epicenter with Maria Shakil starts now.
Hello everyone, you're watching News Epicenter with me, Maria Shakil. Some breaking news coming in on the firing incident between Assam and Meghalaya, which has led to the deaths of 5 people. Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad Sangma will be coming to Delhi tomorrow and he will be meeting Home Minister Amit Shah. Meanwhile, the Assam cabinet has approved a CBI investigation and has ordered an incident report in 60 days. The Assam Police has been instructed to create an SOP for the border forest areas. Kamalika Sen-Gupta is getting us all these details. Kamalika, over to you. The Chief Minister of Assam is already in Delhi, Himanta Biswa Sarma. Is there a meeting likely between him and Conrad Sangma when Conrad comes to Delhi?
Yeah, that's the biggest question. And Maria, if we see that even today in the evening, what we were getting it from our sources was that Meghalaya minister, a delegation of ministers were supposed to meet Amit Shah tomorrow. But now what we are confirming from our sources, and that's a breaking, that the Chief Minister of Meghalaya, Conrad Sangma, himself will come to Delhi at around 5 p.m. tomorrow, and at around 8 p.m. he is supposed to meet Amit Shah. Now, when he will be meeting the Home Ministry, since, as you also pointed out, Hemanta Biswa Sarma is also there in Delhi. So it might happen that there might be also another meeting with Hemant Biswa Sharma, because one thing is very clear: both of the states now really want to escalate down the tension that just took place 48 hours back. So both of the states are really trying hard so that the situation there is controlled. Let me tell you, for the last 24 hours till now, no violent incident has taken place. But there is an uncanny tense situation, and the 144 is there. Internet has been suspended. So this is one thing which is very positive. Both of the states, they are trying to de-escalate the situation. But on the other hand, since it revolves around this timber smuggling, the route of Northeast, and specifically in this region,
Okay.
after law and order situation, police will definitely, both of the
Okay,
states, police will look into this issue. That's what we are getting it from.
We have seen two very, different statements as far as the two chief ministers are concerned. Here is Hemanta Biswa Sarma clearly saying that this is not, a border issue between the two states, trying to de-escalate it. On the other hand, the statements that have come from Meghalaya Chief Minister is of a completely different nature. Is there some kind of politics that has begun between the two states as well?
Obviously, and Maria, if you see that next year it's Meghalaya's election.
Yes.
And we know that NPP always fights alone in election. That's what they have been doing it in Manipur. Even they are part of NDA. So that is also down the line, because that can be an election issue for Conrad Sangma. And he's going to highlight that, and immediately the reaction which Conrad gave before yesterday, that was really very, that was striking. He said that the Assam police came and they fired. So that was the first statement by Conrad, which actually escalated the thing. But since yesterday evening, both the parties have de-escalated, but there can be an underlying political line to it, since Meghalaya is going for polls next year.
All right. Thank you so much for all those details there, Kamalika Sen Gupta joining us. Shifting focus to our top debate this evening, there's more trouble for the Aam Aadmi Party as a new video of jailed Delhi Minister Satyendra Jain has emerged. After receiving a massage, enjoying television and holding meetings in his cell, in the latest video, Satyendra Jain can be seen eating food from outside, which is being delivered by an attendant. Armed with this latest video, the BJP has accused the Aam Aadmi Party of treating Jain to a vacation in prison. Earlier, it was claimed by Satyendra Jain's lawyer that he lost around 28 kgs in prison as he was being denied proper food. But now, Jain's lawyers have moved a fresh application seeking a court order to ban the circulation of the videos. After first claiming that Jain was receiving physiotherapy and was being mistreated in prison, the Aam Aadmi Party is now sticking to the BJP conspiracy defense, with Satyendra Jain's lawyers calling the videos doctored. In fact, the Aam Aadmi Party cancelled a scheduled press conference today, and now we are getting radio silence from the party. The question remains, have the defences fallen flat?
The Jain tapes controversy seems to be getting heated every day. The Aam Aadmi Party now seems to be on a back foot after Delhi minister's jail luxury videos have come out. In the latest videos, Jain seems to be enjoying a meal of his choice inside his cell in Tihar jail. Jain is seen eating salads and fruits. The video also showcases a man who is constantly at his service. This comes at a time when he has moved the court complaining about how he has not been given food as per his religious beliefs. His counsel now even asking for a restraining order on these tapes being made public. First, the massage tapes were out, and now the Khana Khazana tapes. BJP has taken all into consideration and launched a full-blown attack on the Delhi's Aam Aadmi Party government.
certification which we have received today by the acts as if it's not a jail, it's a luxury resort, and Mr. Satyendra Jain is on a holiday.
Congress too echoing the BJP attacking Arvind Kejriwal, claiming that security at Tihar jail has been compromised.
तो ये जेल नहीं है, ये अरविंद केजरीवाल ने अपने खास जेल मंत्री के लिए वहां पर एक वीवीआईपी व्यवस्था की है ताकि वो जेल का जो अंदर चल रहा है उसको देख रेख कर सके.
ऐसा सारी फैसिलिटीज आपको मिलती हैं.
Arvind Kejriwal's former colleague Kiran Bedi too did not hold back. Taking a jibe at the Delhi government, she demanded Satyendra Jain's resignation as a minister.
वो कैसे एक्शन लेंगे क्योंकि उनका मंत्री खुद जेल में है. कौन एक्शन लेगा? How can you have a prison minister violating prison rules while being in the prison?
The Aam Aadmi Party has, however, linked this whole drama to the MCD elections. Aam Aadmi Party believes that BJP is actually scared of them.
कोई डिफेंसिव नहीं है. भारतीय जनता पार्टी घबराई हुई है, बौखलाई हुई है कि ये कूड़े के पहाड़ इतने खड़े कर रखे हैं. जनता इस बार भारतीय जनता पार्टी की चॉइस को कूड़े के ढेर में बदलने वाली है.
These videos are from September 13th, October 1st and October 3rd. Now earlier this week, videos of Satyendra Jain getting a body massage from an inmate were also leaked. The Aam Aadmi Party government in Delhi has still not sacked Jain. The big question now is, can AAP defend these Jain tapes? And if yes, how do they plan to do so?
Let's get you an overview of how the Aam Aadmi Party's stand continues to change when it comes to firefighting this case. When this whole saga started, when Satyendra Jain was arrested on money laundering charges, Arvind Kejriwal called him a Kattar Imandar. But now the visuals reveal that the once jail minister of Delhi is living a VIP life inside Tihar jail. When the furor erupted over his massage session, the Aam Aadmi Party said it was a physiotherapy session, accusing the BJP of targeting Jain over his health. However, it turns out the man giving the massage is a rape accused, charged for sexually assaulting his own daughter. Then the case moved to the courts, where Satyendra Jain's lawyer argued that he is being starved in prison and not being given the right food, which has caused him to lose weight. However, the new video shows he is getting food from outside. Jain's counsel has also argued that he is being denied a life of dignity in prison. But how can that be argued when the Aam Aadmi Party leader has access to television, mineral water, a personal masseur, and can hold meetings also inside his cell with ease? Now, Satyendra Jain's lawyers say the video is doctored. So far, we have no official response from the Tihar jail authorities. The court issued a notice to them today and will take up the matter tomorrow. The question emerges, have these facilities been legally sanctioned? Most importantly, why has the Aam Aadmi Party camp consistently changed its story, with Jain's lawyers now claiming that the videos have been doctored, and the party choosing radio silence when it comes to addressing this issue? The Aam Aadmi Party, in fact, refused to come on discussions. And let me bring in the guests who are present in the debate tonight. R.P. Singh, national spokesperson of the BJP, is joining me. Harishankar Gupta is former MLA and senior spokesperson of DPCC. Professor Akashdeep Muni is a political analyst. We also have Sunil Kumar Gupta, former legal advisor of Tihar jail, and Ashwini Dubey is an advocate. I'm going to begin with R.P. Singh. R.P. Singh, you have filed a police complaint against Satyendra Jain and Arvind Kejriwal. The Delhi police comes under the centre's jurisdiction. Beyond the word of press conferences, when can we expect some action?
Well, police will take his own due action, and whatever is required, they will do that. But Maria, my concern is much bigger than the massage and the food or the five-star food or the best food he is getting served. You remember in your childhood, we used to say, Nani ghar jayenge, malpue khayenge, mote hoke aayenge. Jail mein jayenge, malpue khayenge, mote hokar aayenge. On a lighter side, but on the serious side. The serious part
but यहाँ पर आरपी सिंह जो आप मालपुए की बात कर रहे हैं और नानी घर को बना दिया आपने, जेल को नानी घर बना दिया, सवाल तो ये उठेगा ना कि अपनी मर्जी से तो नहीं गए हैं. नानी घर तो आदमी मर्जी से जाता है
जी। नहीं, यहाँ तो अपने कर्मों से गए हैं, वो अपने कर्मों से गए हैं और बड़ी कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि छूट जाएं। 5-6 महीने हो गए जेल से निकलने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, पर उनको मौका नहीं मिल रहा, बेल मिल नहीं रही। परंतु ऑन ए सीरियस नोट, मारिया, इट्स अ वेरी सीरियस इशू।
Yes.
If he is leading a precedent where he can be served food of his choice, people can come and massage him, or rapists can come and massage him, or he can conduct a small business conference in the jail with his 4 partners or colleagues or whatever, like he can conduct that. Imagine there are criminals, there are gangsters, there are hardcore terrorists in the jail, same jail. I mean, tomorrow the police can oblige them also.
Yes, so this is blatant misuse of power clearly. Ashwini Dubey, take us through the legality surrounding this. Are the extension of any such facilities legal?
Thank you, Maria ji, for having me here. Maria ji, fundamental rights form the core of human rights in India. They are the basic rights of the citizens, irrespective of the fact that the person is under trial prisoner or a civil prisoner or any other prisoner.
Massage comes under fundamental right.
A normal citizen. Now, allow me to complete. Allow me to complete. So, when right to health is one of the fundamental rights guaranteed under the Constitution, and when it is given to the person and it finds place in the Prisons Act, and if it is approved by the court of law, then there is no problem. Point 1. Point 2, if we see the Delhi Prisons Act 2000 and section 35 we read, then we find that the right to get the proper treatment is also one of the fundamental rights. Now you raise another question. The Prisons Act, and to have the food from outside, the Prisons Act applies to all the prisoners, including under trial prisoners. That is criminal prisoner who is committed to jail custody under the orders of the court, and provisions of the Prison Act rules made thereunder shall be applied. So under trial prisoners are entitled to have the facility of private tiffins and the food from the private sources. Though those meals have to be taken according to the rules and regulations of the prison in which the prisoner is committed, and therefore there is no substance in these kind of our meals. If it is approved by the DG jail, if it is approved
so
by
the question is, has this been approved by the court or has this not been approved by the court? Professor Muni, here is something that is being done by the Aam Aadmi Party. Aam Aadmi Party is constantly changing its defense. First, they say that he's suffering from some health condition and that is the reason why this massage is needed. Then they say that he has lost weight. Then the details that are emerging from Tihar jail is that he's getting private food. I'm trying to understand, is the Aam Aadmi Party failing to put its story straight? Because you realize that there is no straight story here.
No, Maria, there is a straight story, and let me put the thing straight. And first and foremost, this particular video, today let's talk about the food video, because every day BJP has one video or the other. So let's talk about the food video. As per the court order today, by the special court order, they have said that the court has said that Mr. Satyendra Jain should get proper food in jail, and the jail authority should ensure it that proper food as per his religious consideration should be given to Mr. Satyendra Jain. This is the court says. BJP will say that we are lying. The court is lying. Second point, as per the jail manual article number 31, outside food is allowed to non-convicted criminals, and in this case Satyendra Jain is a non-convicted criminal, so the rules are followed. Third, these videos are not leaked by ED, as ED says in the court. So the veracity of videos are questionable.
Okay.
So
RP Singh
I
will
think
respond.
BJP
RP
should
Singh,
go to the court and verify
RP Singh, so the food
ED
that is being supplied to Satyendra Jain, as per the analyst here, who is Aam Aadmi Party sympathizer and also the lawyer on the panel, is legal.
No, it's okay. I acknowledge that.
There is a.
But my point is.
One moment, RP Singh, yes.
Can I? Thank you. There are five physiotherapists in jail, authorized physiotherapists in jail number 3, where people get treated. It's not that they get rapists to do massage. There's a difference between a physiotherapist who is authorized, a doctor therapist who are they are in jail, and there are 5 special rooms for them in the jail. It's not been done there. And again, I give another point here. This prescription is of 21st September, and the video is of 13th September. So was this was done before the prescription? How did the therapist, so-called massage / therapist, started working before even the prescription? So this is all being done taking advantage of being a jail minister and enjoying every facility which comes. Can I complete,
yes,
sir? I
please,
never
go ahead,
interrupted. You
go
can
ahead.
have your chance after me. So, and then he is enjoying all the facilities of a farmhouse or a nanny house in the jail, and then he's doing so. But my concern again comes to the same point. Tomorrow's similar activity can be misused by criminals, hardcore criminals like militants or by gangsters, and they can misuse it to any extent, because the precedent has been laid. And this is what happened in Sukesh Kumar case also, where again, because jail comes under Delhi government, Sukesh Kumar also misused the facilities or the system for his advantage, and then ran a complete racket or business from inside.
No, but this VIP culture, this is a VIP culture that is happening inside one of the jails of India, which is supposed to be high security jail, where the most hardened criminals are there. And if this kind of facilities are being provided, if a physiotherapist is in fact a rapist, then there are concerns that will be raised, and Aam Aadmi Party has to explain about this misuse of power, particularly because he is also a minister. But before I go back to, no, Professor Muni, one moment. We also have Mr. Hari Shankar Gupta. Hari Shankar ji, boliye.
मारिया जी देखिए, केजरीवाल जैसा आदमी जब से राजनीति के अंदर आए हैं वो किसी कानून को नहीं मानते, वो संविधान को नहीं मानते, कानून को नहीं मानते। वो जो उन्होंने कहा वही सही है और वही कानून बनाया जाता है, अपने हिसाब से ही चलते हैं वो लोग। और जहां तक जेल की बात है, जेल का जो करप्शन है दुनिया से छुपा हुआ नहीं है। जेल में जो हार्ड क्रिमिनल्स हैं वो लोग भी अपनी मर्जी की फैसिलिटीज वहां पर इकट्ठा कर लेते हैं। मनी प्लेज द इम्पोर्टेंट रोल इन जेल, मनी प्लेज द इम्पोर्टेंट रोल इन जेल फ्रॉम अप टू डाउन। सत्येंद्र जैन जेल के मंत्री हैं, उनको तो ये फैसिलिटीज अगर दे दी गई हैं तो उस समय कोई आश्चर्य की बात नहीं है। जेल इस काम के लिए नटोरियस है, वो इस काम के लिए जाना जाता है। कितने ही क्रिमिनल्स ऐसे हैं जो अपनी मर्जी का राज चलाते हैं वहां पर, अपनी मर्जी का रहते हैं, अपनी मर्जी का कहते हैं। मैं यहाँ पर एक बात कहना चाहता हूँ, 6 महीना से सत्येंद्र जैन जेल के अंदर है, आरपी सिंह भी यहाँ बैठे हुए हैं। भाई उनको या तो इधर यू हैंग हिम और फ्री हिम। 6 महीना तक ये तमाशा बना हुआ है।
नहीं, ये कौन सा लॉजिक है हैंग हिम? मतलब नहीं, आई मीन there is a rule of law in this country. He cannot be hanged only because you are making that statement politically. कोर्ट डिसाइड करेगा,
कोर्ट विल डिसाइड दैट।
अगर बेल अगर नहीं दे रहा है कोर्ट, तो ये क्या कर सकते हैं? और हैंग करने की बात कहां से हो गई? ही इज नॉट अ कॉन्विक्ट and there is no murder sentence here, or there is no life sentence that has been given.
केस को
नहीं, आप ये पॉलिटिकल स्टेटमेंट के कुछ एक लिमिट्स होती हैं हरि शंकर गुप्ता जी। मतलब कुछ भी बोलने के लिए आदमी नहीं बोल देगा ना। फिर वीआईपी ट्रीटमेंट की बात हो रही है यहाँ पर, और नहीं, स्वीपिंग चेंजेस की जो जरूरत है, सब पॉलिटिकल पार्टी को एक्शन लेने की जरूरत है। सवाल है कि एक्शन लिया जाएगा या नहीं। एंड आई कैन सी सुनील गुप्ता आल्सो जॉइनिंग मी। Sunil Gupta, here is a video a day that has started emerging from Satyendra Jain's cell, in which he is being seen enjoying all kind of VIP privileges. VIP treatment in prison has been a feature of politics for decades.
Yeah.
Do you expect any party to take sweeping action? And what will happen after these videos?
Yeah, you see that if we see the video of Mr. Satyendra Jain, it is blatantly illegal to have food from the outside and eating in the cell. Basically, if the food has been prescribed, a particular food has been prescribed by the jail medical officer, then it is the duty of the prison superintendent to provide that food. He cannot allow the food from outside to come in the cell of a prisoner. This is blatantly illegal. Plus, you can see that he is using this pillow and this gada and this charpai inside the cell. This is not provided to the other prisoner. This is provided to the to Mr. Jain only, and this itself is a big VIP treatment.
Okay, and the
And so far,
massage? And the massage?
yeah, and massage, yeah, this is a big illegality committed by the prison administration. I think for that the superintendent jail has already been transferred.
And when the Aam Aadmi
And
Party
now they-
claims that Jain was receiving physiotherapy following a spinal injury, what does that mean?
No, this was not the physiotherapy. You can see that when three persons are applying, they are massaging Mr. Jain, they are applying the oil. In the physiotherapy, they never apply the oil, and this is generally done in the physiotherapy ward of the jail. In the at the heart, we are having a big hospital in jail number 3, where physiotherapy equipment are kept, and in the dispensary, we are having these physiotherapy arrangement, where the physiotherapists are regularly visiting the jail. You can't say that
Mr. Gupta,
prisoner
so are these cameras inside all VIP cells?
You can see that in the barracks we have provided the cameras, but in all the VIP these cells, these cameras are not there. But in some cells, these cameras are there, where the activity of these prisoners are kept under the watch, under the surveillance.
Okay, so first illegality is that there is no comfort, a bed or a charpai that is provided. You have to sleep on the floor. In this case, there is illegality.
Charpai.
So there is that pillow and a gadda which is there, a mattress perhaps, which is illegal. So there is a physiotherapy unit outside, and he is being given a massage inside the jail. So that is illegal. The physiotherapist is a rapist. That is again, that movement should not have been allowed.
Basically, this I want to clear.
Yes.
You know, when some prisoner he want to give the services to any other prisoner, then we don't see that under what crime he has been in the jail. We just see his qualification. Suppose some Pakso under trial, he is good in giving massage. We will not see his crime.
No, but Mr. Sunil Gupta, how is that even allowed? How is a movement of this nature allowed inside a jail?
Yeah, this was illegally done by the superintendent jail. I think for that he has been punished. He has been transferred.
And the food that you are saying is to be provided by the jail superintendent, and it is not allowed from outside. So you cannot order it on Swiggy or Zomato.
No, you can't allow this from Swiggy
So,
or
okay.
this
Professor
has to be
Muni,
provided by the jail
Professor Muni,
superintendent
here is someone who
from his
understands
own kitchen,
Tihar jail
from his own kitchen.
and the jail
We are
manual.
having-
So it has to be provided from the kitchen, not outside food. So everything that is being done here is illegal and blatant misuse of power. Go ahead, Professor Muni.
Yes.
No. One thing. Maria, see, there are 2-3 things here. First and foremost, how do you verify this video? Is this video not doctored? This video has been leaked by BJP IT cell. This has been not verified by the court. The ED in the court said that no, we don't verify this video. So how do you know this video is right? It's not doctored. First. Second point is that I agree with my fellow panelists, but there is Article 31 of the jail prison manual which says that a non-convicted criminals can get outside food, and in this particular case, the court has said today that he has to get as per the Jain food, fruits, vegetables. He has to get it. It is not the regular food. And fourth thing,
This has been replaced.
You
This
say
has
that
been replaced.
he has been having a VIP treatment. Nerve pinched, backbone hurt, disc damaged, 2 surgeries after getting to jail, lost 28 kgs, and you are saying that you are having a VIP treatment. How can you say that? Now,
But he can go to the physiotherapy center inside the jail and not call a personal masseur to his cell. Yes, RP Singh.
Well, I'm shocked. This propaganda which is being spread, 28 kg weight loss. My information is that he's gained almost 8 kg of weight. I mean, they can keep doing this, but food again.
From where you know that?
As the person, as the legal advisor was saying, did I interrupted you? Did I interrupted you? Did I interrupted you? Did I interrupted you? Did I interrupted you?
You should.
Did I interrupted you? Did I interrupted you?
Yes,
Where did you get the 28 kg weight loss?
RP Singh.
Actually incorrect.
नहीं, अगर नहीं, सवाल ये है कि
Where
अगर
did you
वो
get the
28 kg बोल रहे हैं, आप 8 kg बोल रहे हैं, what is the verification of both?
I'll tell. The verification is that in 28 kg has been filed in the court of law. I want RP Singh ji that has the ED council filed that 8 kg fundamental. Has he filed?
Okay.
Come on, tell me.
Okay. Go ahead.
Thank you. But
I'm waiting.
again, it
Okay,
has been
let him
filed by
speak
your
now.
counsel, not verified.
Ah.
Thank you. It has not been verified by the jail authority that he has lost 28 kg. It has just been filed by your counsel, and whatever your counsel would have filed would have filed it as per the order of the client, and it's not necessary that he's speaking truth.
Okay.
He's in jail because he's a scamster. He's under for that reason. But coming to the point, Maria, Maria, issue is that Maria, the question is still the same. That the food even has to be supplied by the jail authorities only. It's not that it can be served from home. There's no provision for food being served from home in the jail. Otherwise, then why a jail? I mean, then he can stay in any good 5-star hotel, and then you can turn that into a jail. I mean, that 5-star hotel can be said that it is now a new jail.
Yes, so
But that's
time
not
has
issue.
come
Issue
now
is-
for
again,
Tihar
I'm going to the same
jail to
point.
issue a formal
Maria,
statement.
let me
No.
comment.
I have just enough time for Ashwini Dubey
Read to
and
Kaludi ji.
Sunil Gupta.
Thank you.
Sunil Gupta,
Yeah.
you know, do you think Tihar must issue a statement? Because everything that is happening here is illegal.
Yes, they must issue the statement and should clarify every issue. Basically, when I am coming on the TV, I am their spokesperson. I am coming on TV to clarify the matter. They should issue the statement so that everything is set at rest. Every speculation is set at rest.
Okay. And Ashwini Dubey, how do you see this, panning out legally?
My point is purely legal, Mariaji. The Supreme Court bench led by Justice Bhagwati said that under trial prisoners are entitled to have the facility of private tiffins and food from private sources. However, these meals have to be taken according to the rules and regulations of the prison in which the prisoner is committed, and therefore there is no substance in these kind of arguments that he cannot have the outside food. But only thing is, DG jail in Delhi and IG jail in outside Delhi are entitled to check it. One.
All right.
Point number two, there is one when Kiran Bedi ji
Outside food is not allowed.
All right. RP Singh, Harishankar Gupta, Professor Akashdeep Munish, Sunil Gupta and Ashwini Dubey, thank you so much for joining us. Let's see what really emerges tomorrow. It's almost clearly a video a day that is emerging from Tihar jail through the Tihar jail sources. Shifting focus to our second story. In what clearly is a fresh development in the Shraddha murder case, CNN News 18 has accessed Shraddha's complaint to the Maharashtra police from November 2020, in which she claimed that Aaftab used to abuse and beat her. As per her complaint, he even threatened to kill her and chop her into pieces, even adding that his parents were aware of that abuse. However, the complaint was later withdrawn by Shraddha. This complaint is from year 2020 and she stayed with him till he killed her in May 2022. While Shraddha was estranged from her family in the weeks leading up to the murder, chats revealed the red flags that were raised with her friends and colleagues. Delhi police teams continue to map the entire crime, taking statements from friends and family. They have recorded the statements of Aaftab family in Mumbai as well as common friends. Meanwhile, the cops are yet to conduct a lie detector and a narco test. So far, the police only have a confession and there is no concrete evidence to tie Aaftab to the crime. However, this letter now shows the years of abuse Shraddha faced in this toxic relationship and the alarms that were consistently raised. The big question that emerges is, could she have been saved? Did our society fail a young girl?
The gruesome murder of Shraddha Walkar by her live-in partner has shocked the nation. As investigation moves forward, more shocking details are now emerging. A newly surfaced letter written by Shraddha was addressed to the police in 2020. It reveals Aaftab's violent behavior and attempts to kill her. She has penned her experience of being suffocated, scared, blackmailed and threatened. But later, the complaint and the letter was withdrawn. Meanwhile, the Delhi police is pinning all their hopes on a polygraph and narco test, especially after recording frequent inconsistencies in Aaftab's statements. Court has extended police custody for a third time to help the investigation. So far, Aaftab has confessed to have killed Shraddha due to a fit of rage and provocation, though this confession to the police is not admissible in a court of law. Some 35 pieces of evidence have been recovered, pieces of bones sent for DNA sampling. The police has recorded statements of Aaftab's parents, Shraddha's doctors, parents, friends and colleagues. While time is running out for the police to build an airtight case, it has sparked discussions on the nature of intimate partner violence and how they can be avoided. Most of these conversations revolve around one piece of advice to the victims: walk out. But is it really that easy to walk out from an abusive relationship?
Now let's take you through the shocking revelations from this complaint from 2020, which was filed by Shraddha Walker. Shraddha says, number one, he tried to kill me by suffocating me. She goes on to say in that letter, it's a handwritten letter, that Aaftab scares and blackmails me. Shraddha has also said in that letter, which was way back in 2020, remember, she was killed in May 2022, in that gap of 2 years, the kind of horror she may have been subjected to. Shraddha says he'll kill me and cut me in pieces and throw me. Did she see this coming? Did she see her own death coming? Shraddha goes on to say that it's been 6 months since he has been beating me. Remember, their relationship started only in 2019 and soon it became so abusive and violent. Shraddha also says his parents are aware that he tried to kill me. So what did the parents do? Did nothing. What did her friends do? Did nothing. Shraddha says any physical damage could be considered coming from him. This is a letter which is being used as a strong piece of evidence by the investigating agencies. More breaking news coming in now. And CNN News 18 has now accessed Shraddha's letter withdrawing her complaint against Aaftab. In a statement to the Maharashtra police, she said that Aaftab's parents resolved the matter. Her complaint letter is dated November 2020. The withdrawal happened just a month later in December 2020. So what happened after this complaint was withdrawn? Vinaya Deshpande is joining me on the phone line. Vinaya, why did she say that it was all resolved? And what did the police do after she withdrew the complaint?
Well, once the complaint is withdrawn, there is nothing that the police can do technically. So the police closed the matter because after she approached the Turin's police station within a month after she had filed the complaint, she said that Aaftab's parents had intervened in this matter and that they had resolved the issue that was there between the couple, and that is why she wanted to withdraw the complaint. Now, after that was done, it clearly indicates that Aaftab's parents were not just in the know of the abuse that Shraddha was, facing, but also that it is likely that they must have pressurized her to withdraw that police complaint. On the part of the police, they say that just like they had written down the complaint that she had submitted to Turin's police station in November 20, after she withdrew the complaint in December 2020, there was precious little that was done thereafter because the complainant herself had withdrawn the complaint. The copy of that letter that we have been able to access, it seems like the police station had written down the statement, it was read out to her, and she signed on it thereafter.
Vinaya Deshpande, I appreciate your time. So she says, he'll kill me, he's threatening me, and he'll chop me into pieces. Did Shraddha see her own death coming? Let me take that question to Dr. Nisha Khanna, Councillor, Ellen Rao, former DCP of Delhi. We also have Rajat Shukla, Shraddha's friend. Rajat, you have been telling me on the show that Shraddha was being threatened by Aaftab. There is this letter that has surfaced of November 2020, and a month later, she withdraws the complaint. In that interim period of 1 month, do we know what happened, Rajat?
I think the first thing that I had mentioned, and I have been mentioning from the earlier start itself, that Aaftab was too smart. He had already made sure that Shraddha gets disconnected from all her friends, be it school friends, college friends, vicinity friends, also her family. Shraddha was only connected to Aftab and
His
Aftab's
family.
family.
Yes.
Now here comes the question that what Aftab's parents, they did. And now, you see that Karan and Godwin, they came up and they were the colleagues of Shraddha because, as I said, all the college friends were connected to her only till 2019, and she herself came up to one of our college friends, her then female best friend, to show the cigarette butts marks on her back. That was in the year 2021. When the action was taken, she also went to the Tulinj police station. She also filed the complaint, but then she gets a call from Aftab. He says that you come back home, or else I'll commit a suicide and I will held you and your family responsible. And then she comes back home, withdrawing the complaint. Now you see that the friends had then tried their level best. However, I wasn't in touch. I was only in touch till 2019, as I had told you. But later when she was found lost, then all the friends, the ones who were closer, the ones who were little out of the circle, they got contacted and things were informed to us. But sadly, Aftab had made sure that all her friends are no more in touch with her.
Yes. So, Alin Rao, here is Aaftab, whose family is aware that Shraddha is being abused by their son. They try to resolve it, but instead, nothing really happens because he continues to abuse her. She says that in that letter that she knew that he will kill her, chop her. Those are the details that have emerged from that letter. What kind of evidence will it serve for the Delhi police?
Yes, this letter will show that it was a previous conduct of that accused, and in Evidence Act, Indian Evidence Act, this aspect of accused is very relevant, and that will help the investigation of this case. It will to a positive direction.
नहीं एलन राव जी, मुझे आपसे ये सवाल पूछना है कि ये किस तरह का एविडेंस होगा, बिकॉज दिल्ली पुलिस के पास अभी तक कोई फिजिकल एविडेंस नहीं है, और क्या ये इनफ स्ट्रॉन्ग एविडेंस होगा सर्कमस्टेंशियल? ऑलरेडी वो लेटर जो है वो 2 साल पुराना है. क्या ये इनफ है टू रीच द ट्रूथ ऑफ द केस?
No, it is not completely enough, but it will definitely supplement the circumstantial evidence. And as I said that in Indian evidence there is a provision of previous conduct of accused that is more relevant. So this letter will hint towards the conduct of women, that person that he has already attempted for this case. That's why this complaint was made against him by Shraddha. But however, that was later on taken back by her. So withdrawn her complaint from the police. Maybe it may be by pressure or by threat by someone, or it was also known to parents of Amitabh, Aaftab.
Yes. So, Dr. Nisha Khanna, here are the parents who are in the know of everything. That their son is threatening this girl, their son is blackmailing his partner, is physically abusing her, strangulating her, using all kind of threat, trying to suffocate her. Aaftab scares and blackmails me. She has said everything. So, his temperament is known. Do you think it's very important now to really interrogate the parents? Their statement has been recorded, which may not be enough to reveal the truth.
Yeah, I would say definitely, because they were aware about, but I would say that I think so they are also weak parents sometimes. Sometimes you try your best to make the other person understand that the other person is not right, you should come out of this, and maybe they were not able to get convinced her howsoever, because they were aware about, and they were to against this relationship. This was also numerous times.
No, I'm talking about Aaftab's parents. I'm talking about Aaftab's parents. Yes.
So when you are talking about Aaftab's parents, definitely sometimes parental support, the surrounding system, support system, actually also, because the person, if is aggressive, the surrounding support also push the person towards that. And definitely I'm finding that people are definitely 100% equally responsible in that case, because she's been chopped and they are also disappear because they know that they were somewhere responsible behind all this. That's the one of the major thing. Another thing is that I think so he brainwashed the girl totally, and she only believed it's like love is blind. And I would say any love which is blind is not love.
No, we
Actually,
can
it
talk
is
about
your
love and
delusion
its
or
form later,
hallucinations.
but because, that doesn't really help us. I'm trying to understand from you as a counselor his state of mind, and if he has shown this kind of aggressive behavior 2 years ago, was it leading to this?
So the basic, it's an abusive cycle is like this only, that the person starts with the normal calm face and the tension starts building up, and then the violent phase comes, and after that the makeup period. Another thing he has pointed out, when the Shraddha was filing a complaint, he talked about I will kill myself. So another way of emotional blackmailing. I am going to commit
Rajat
suicide.
Shukla,
This is also talking about how manipulative
Rajat,
he is.
another point that you have been making on my show, and I'm going to say it because you certainly understand this case the best. You have been telling me that you think that the parents must be questioned, and because they have much to say, and the parents have already shared, shifted their home. So, do you see them as part of this conspiracy? They could have controlled their son.
Absolutely, absolutely. So first of all, the thing that they moved out of the house, much before, 15 days before, the media was informed that Aaftab is caught and, in the investigation. So it's been like, let's say, about a month that they had shifted. So how did they knew that Aaftab had committed this crime when the whole world didn't know? So they knew, of course.
That's a valid question, actually.
And
so, Rajat, the point that you're trying to make is valid. That if the parents shift their home just a month before Aaftab's arrest, then did they know about Aaftab having committed this crime? And because they knew also of the nature of aggression and torture Aaftab had subjected Shraddha to.
In fact, they had pushed Shraddha into this, knowing that, how the son is, and compelled her to stay. Because even in the letter, it is very clearly mentioned that this somehow, convinced her, or maybe what, I don't know. But the sad part is her parents were a part of it. In both the letters, you can see that. In the first letter, she mentions that, by the blessings of her, Aftab's parents, they were also supposed to get married, is what is mentioned in the letter. And you see that Aftab's parents were definitely informed of, Aftab attempting to kill her. Now, the question is now to the police. Why? What did the police do in this 1 month? And how come they closed the case just by one letter?
Okay, Ellen Rao, why was the case closed only because she withdrew the complaint?
No.
Is that how, Ellen Rao, is that how cases actually move? That if the complainant withdraws the case and, the cops realize that perhaps they have made up, there has been a patch up, and hence they move on to another case.
Practically, in such type of cases, the police does not register an FIR. But in this case, the contents of this complaint, I have read that complaint on one of the TV channel, that cognitive offences are made out. And the police should have been so sensitive in such a matter that the case should have been registered by the police and investigated. Had it been there, then I think that there would have been some pressure on Aaftab's mind. And ultimately, it seems that there was some pressure on her, on Shraddha, to withdraw that complaint, maybe by pressure, maybe by threat, maybe by convincing by her friends and the parents of Aaftab. So she chose to withdraw this complaint, but before it could have been, if it could have been converted into an FIR, then case would have been registered. Police also find it very convenient once the complainant is withdrawn.
Yes, it's convenient. It's convenient. You have used the right word there, Ellen Rao. It's convenient for the cops to move on from one case to another, particularly when the complainant has withdrawn that case. Rajat, so here is Shraddha, who is making an effort to come out of the relationship, because she realizes that if she files a complaint, things will, take a turn where she can walk out of the relationship. That doesn't happen. There are parents of Aaftab who come in, ensure a patch up. Then a year later, there is more abuse that happens. She approaches her friend. There is another complaint that is filed. She is almost caught in this cycle of abuse.
So here we need to understand one thing, the role of police, where once when it is informed that he was almost attempted to be murdered, I mean, that's an offense. Aaftab should have got caught by the police and jailed there and then. I mean, threatened for life and I don't know how many more charges. He should have got arrested then. I mean, forget about other things that, investigation. 1 month, what I think, they did nothing. The police did nothing. They were just waiting for some letter. The letter came and just like some government officers.
Shouldn't action have been taken after that letter? In that interim period of 1 month, Ellen Rao, if a complainant is saying that I am being threatened, I am being abused, blackmailed, physically assaulted, then what did the cops do then? क्या किया उन्होंने?
I'm sure that cops should have registered that, as I told you, that should have registered a case and arrested that Aaftab, because while dealing this inquiry, they only kept this complaint as an inquiry. They did not register, and that is the reason. Because of that, police did not take any action. Shraddha also might have thought that police will not take any action, and there is a pressure on me from all angles, or maybe some threat angle is also there. So she could have, I think so. That's why she.
Okay, I have just enough time for Dr. Nisha Khanna. Dr. Nisha Khanna.
I just want to say that with Rajat also, they shared, Rajat has also not referred her that you have to go and meet any professional, because you need a help of some person, neutral person who can guide you. What would be you do in the best of the situation? Because he's always talking about on the news channels. I've seen him that he's saying he was sharing his things. I think so. Through your channel, I want to tell anyone, if any person in your surroundings, if that person is going through physical violence, domestic violence, in those particular cases especially, I'm telling you that even you are a neighbor, you are a friend, you are a family, you are a far family, take a stand. And I would say it is also a lesson to the female families also, that if your daughter is being hidden, don't tell your daughters to stay in those marriages.
Yes,
or
I'll give the final words to Rajat. But Rajat, I'm looking at these words, which is she living her nightmare. She's saying, today he tried to kill me by suffocating me, and he scares me and blackmails me that he will kill me, cut me up in pieces and throw me away. This is what really happened. It's been 6 months, he has been hitting me, but I did not have the guts to go to the police because he would threaten to kill me. This is her letter.
The last thing that was informed to the police in the year 2020 itself had enough for police to do. And what police did is actually an action where Shraddha lost faith in police, and Aaftab somehow got the courage where he thought that nobody can do nothing to him. Because if action would have been taken then, I think we could have been able to save Shraddha today. Because Aaftab definitely should have got punished on the grounds of whatever things Shraddha had mentioned, but he was given maybe on, I don't know on what grounds they shut this case is seriously questionable.
So could Shraddha have been saved? If that case, the moment she withdrew the complaint, if that case would not have been shut, instead the police would have waited for things to normalize. There was another complaint in 2021. What happened to that? There's a complaint in 2020, November 2020, another one in 2021. So here is someone constantly asking for help, Rajat.
Yeah, I think the police should have responded to it. And we friends, I mean, I have been saying this very constantly. 2019 was last when I was in touch, and the touch was actually cut by Shraddha herself.
All right.
So, sadly,
Rajat, we'll continue this conversation because it's a developing story. There are several details that are emerging with every passing day. Thank you so much, Ellen Rao, Dr. Nisha Khanna, Raja Shukla. Thank you so much. We are slipping into a short break. After that, I'll get you details from the FIFA World Cup.
Rahul Gandhi's Bharat Jodo Yatra has now entered Madhya Pradesh. The yatra commenced from Buderli village and will continue to go through 7 districts in the next 11 days. Congress General Secretary Priyanka Gandhi Vadra too joined her brother in Madhya Pradesh. Until now, the yatra has traversed through 6 states. Mumbai's Bicolor Zoo has christened 3 Humboldt penguins born at the facility in the last 7 months. With the new arrivals, penguin population in the zoo has jumped to 12. The penguins are procured from the Coex Aquarium in Seoul. Some good news from Jammu and Kashmir is the number of local terrorists in the valley have now been reduced to just double digits. The announcement was made by Jammu and Kashmir DGP Dilbagh Singh. Now, if you take a look at the numbers, the number of terrorists, the number of local terrorists has been brought down to just 53. We're given to understand that 35% of the local terrorists are aged below 20 years. Over 100 modules of hybrid terrorists have been busted. 82 foreign terrorists are active in Jammu and Kashmir as of right now. 160 terrorists are sitting on various launch pads on the other side of the border. Meanwhile, tensions once again rose between Meghalaya and Assam after the firing incident at a village in Meghalaya. Take a look at this ground report.
About 6 people were killed after a firing incident at Mukro village on the Assam-Meghalaya border. It is being reported that one of the Assam police personnel first opened fire at a crowd. Assam CM Himanta Biswa Sarma has ordered a judicial inquiry and has also requested central agencies to probe the matter.
That force has been used a little bit arbitrarily. That should not have happened. So we have ordered a judicial inquiry.
On the other hand, Meghalaya CM Conrad Sangma has also condemned the incident.
State government strongly condemns the incident wherein the Assam police and Assam forest guards entered Meghalaya and resorted to unprovoked firing.
Tension continues to prevail on the Assam-Meghalaya border as the 2 states are already having a major border dispute. Although this time, both the states believe that this incident had nothing to do with border dispute.
A unique initiative has been taken by residents of Raj Samadhyalaya village in Rajkot, where voting has been made compulsory. The villagers also decided that a person would be fined 51 rupees if they did not show up on voting day. In this village, no political parties will be allowed to enter and campaign about their respective agenda.